The other side of the Fable. The tortoise in the celebrated Fable wins the race. But let me tell you what Mr. Mockingbird told us around the campfire as we passed around some moonshine. That marathon was fixed, he cawed, then dipped his beak into the canteen that got him mocking. Mrs. Hare made out like a bandit, betting against none other than her dear honey bunny. And that red-haired fox took her up on that wager. He was persuaded that Tortoise must be diluted to challenge the hare, that sweet honey bunny. The mockingbird hiccuped. Yup. Old Red put up his pension, his stocks, his stashed cash without a flinch, 'cause he knew for sure that speedy, not to mention tasty-looking hare, would win. Why, even the title to his dingy den out by Moss Creek, he threw into the winner's pot with a great poker face, and called her a dumb rabbit broad when we talked on the phone the night before the great race. Yup. All that is true. But there's more. About this you ought to know. The belligerent bird continued in yet another feathered vocal cord. He lit up an acorn cigarette, took a long drag, then looked into the flame that was lighting our camp as he exhaled. It was the swindling mind of the tortoise who had a gut feeling the fox would bite. He masterminded it all and conspired with the hares one night in July, long before the forest buzzed with marathon hype. They agreed then and there to hustle Mr. Fox Red. The tortoise did that to the fox? Asked Hoof, the dopey stuttering deer. Yep. The bird added another hiccup and continued to chirp. That cold-blooded shell-dweller arranged it like so, that he and the hares would split the loot down the middle, but his half was a bit more. Because what Tortoise wanted most, what made the wrinkles outside of his shell even more green, was the speedy Corvette that once was the pride and joy of Old Red. These days you can find that wry, wrinkly reptile on Hollow Oak Strip racing faster than Hare ever did, winning more loot and taking girls out who are faster than he or the hares are as greedy. Like that ditzy little brown beaver who's known as Meat Cleaver Beaver when she pulls out her front teeth. My, what a fool is Old Red. He was hustled outright, I said, shaking my head, then thought to ask. But tell me, drunk mockingbird, what could be worth more to the fox that he'd be fooled betting his fortune away? The Hare family lived scrounging to pay rent every waxing moon. So in other words, what was it Mrs. Hare put in the pot that Old Red wanted so bad? The mockingbird took a swig of the moonshine, smacked his beak, and ruffled his feathers. In the end, Mrs. Hare put nothing into the pot, pun purely intended. The mockingbird said with a heckling laugh. You see, all the fox wanted, the only thing Old Red would have won, would have been a bowl of stinking hare soup and a coat made of fur off what would have been a race champion hare. It just goes to show, don't trust your gut, lest you end up broke, disgusted, starving in a rut.